So welcome back. We were gonna do a shallow dive with love, but there's no love here. Well, I mean, there's some pretty serious love here because I get to go to bed with NiftyBC
Yeah.
and wake up with them, and we're on completely different continents. So as weird as that sounds, there's nothing like getting to. Anyway, let's just pretend that that didn't happen. How are you, brother?
Doing good, man. How was the rest of your day?
Well, I mean, I slept, so that was all right. I woke up to like a million messages about the whole Spliffy thing.
Right?
So it looks like people had some fun.
Yeah, I think they did. I think it was a fun little blending thing they got going on there. Once people kind of got the hang of it, it was kind of fun as it kind of took off from there. I'm going to try to bring up some Spliffy tracks so you can actually
yeah,
hear something.
I was gonna play one too. Like I'll play my favorite one because I think I think it's
one?
cool.
Let me transfer
No,
over that.
I that one's okay, but I like the white one actually.
The white
I
one.
like
Okay, let's do that one first.
We can do that one, sure.
I think I have that one still. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if this works. We're trying out a new system here. You can see there's screens within screens and amazing things. So share this out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We're just going to chill for a little bit. Nathan might join us. He might not. But it's always good to chill with the Nifmeister. I got to stop renaming your names. But anyway,
I got
let's rock and roll.
NBC, the Nifty, the Nifsteister. Pretty soon it's going to be the Niminator, the Nifnity. Anyway, let's play this track. Let's play this track so we can hear it. I haven't heard it all the way through. I've heard it like midway through, and then I was burning it, and I kept on burning them. So let's check it out. Let's check this out. Let me get that sound up.
Oh, maybe we can't hear you. Are you playing it? Yeah, it's not working.
Not that one? No? Stop it?
No, we can't hear it. But that's okay. This is part
of it. You can hear it.
No, we can't hear it. So this is but it's all right. I can do it on my end and we'll
do it on your end. Yeah.
What's going on there? So yeah, I like this one. I like them all, but this is by far my favorite.
There it is. right.
It's it makes me think of Forrest Gump a little bit. There's that
Forrest
scene
Gump.
that Leonard Skinner scene.
Oh
Where
yeah.
where
Definitely.
where she's
It does
standing at
have
the
that
top of the
Leonard
bluff.
Skinner kind of vibe to it, for
Right.
sure.
And so it's funny because it makes me think of Forrest Gump, and then I want to say, I may not be a smart man, which I'm not. I just shared this stream out. Nathan does my head in a little bit. I'll be honest. I can't figure, and I love the guy. I'm not throwing shade, but I can't figure out what he's doing when he sends me so that the left side of this image, because whenever I put it into our program and I try to share it out, it actually won't pick up the image, so it sends like the regular infused background, and it's the only one that does it. So I don't know what he's doing.
Interesting.
He's an artist, so he must be using an interesting program. So we're always trying to tackle this, and I wanna stomp the FUD a little bit before we get going on the stream. But you mentioned something to me last night off camera that I thought was quite interesting, and you are on more of a developer side. I'm on more of a social side. And what I think what you said was, it's crazy. Like I have to think like 4 or 5 steps ahead, because the minute I release something, there's someone on my ass like doing the exact same thing with a little bit of a tweak, right? And this isn't like blockchain or crypto. I think this is tech.
This
and
is the real world.
general.
That's the real world. That's been the real world since day one I got in the design game in the first place.
Right. Yeah. So, and I think that's the thing with projects. Like, there's no possible way we can think about how people are gonna unlock the stuff that we didn't think about. Right. There's a lot of really smart people out there.
There are.
So if you're pissed that somebody else, figured out a better way to play the game, just be smarter. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I slept through the whole thing. Go back and watch the last shallow dive with love that Nathan and I did. I think there's some serious applications for this that would be really fun, right? Like imagine if you plug this into a marketing scenario. I said this live on the last show, whereby we actually referenced you and your limited licensing. So maybe like before we go on to that, you can explain that concept that you have, because I think that's really interesting.
It's more kind of based. I'm a designer, and so in the real world, I'm a designer, and we sell stuff to stock agencies. Stock agencies then resell it, out from there. We make pennies on stuff, and a lot of the stuff were shoots that cost a lot of money for photographers, or took a lot of time for that designer to create that, whatever that was. Usually it's something the client didn't approve, and they have this now in their portfolio. It's a way to make money off of it. So the problem is, artist really doesn't ever see that much money off of it. Stock agencies see all the cash. And I was like, really, the Bored Ape Yacht Club was the first people that just basically said open license. And I think that was basically what they wrote. It was just literally the first thing was just like, you can do whatever you want with it. I was just like, wow, that's insane when you're dealing with an IP, because that can really run its own course into multiple endpoints. So my idea was like, I think the best thing to do is not do that, but to make it a limited license, like I would a stock image, except that I'm selling the stock image and you're getting that stock image directly from me as the artist. So cutting out the middleman, aka the stock agencies. In other words, I think it was a way to put utility onto an NFT for designers that aren't just in it to sell NFTs, but actually might want to make a business of this on the long term. Let's say you're a photographer that has a lot of stock images, make them NFTs, sell them more with limited licenses, so those people can use them in brochures, catalogs, websites, etc. Just like you would if I did that on a stock site. So
right.
That was the idea.
And I like it too. Like I didn't quite understand it at first. It took me a while to dive into what you're doing, but basically you have somebody can purchase one of your Morbs characters as an NFT, and they can put that exact character, right? They can't do renditions of it. It needs to be that exact character on a T-shirt or on an item, and they can use it for their own goods, which is interesting. Like Japan does some weird stuff. Like Japan as a country, like bought the usage rights to like a whole crap ton of like Disney products or something.
Right.
Like I don't know how they did it, but basically they were just like, yeah, we like Disney, so we're gonna buy like the commercial rights to be able to do all of this, which is funny because like things like the Lion King actually, Disney totally ripped off of Japan. It was I think it was the Astro Boy dude who made it.
Oh, really?
It was a show called, if you're interested, look into it. It was called Simba the White Lion, which is hilarious.
And it was actually
like,
called Simba.
Yeah, it was, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Kimba the White Lion or something.
Okay.
But it was like a really close one, and it was a comic book, and there was actually like scenes. There's a scene where I think like Pumbaa and Timon and Simba are walking down the jungle, and they're wagging their tails, and you can see them from behind. There was actually a comic book image of that actually, you can see it side by side with the movie, and it's hilarious how close. And basically, like the person who came up with the concept basically got zero rights at the time, because this was like back
Sure.
I think he came up with it like in the 70s or 80s, so we hadn't been there yet. People hadn't figured out. This is a love-hate relationship kind of statement, so don't jump on me for it, but it's true. Americans hadn't figured out how to play the system. Right, Americans are really good at this, and sometimes it's really good, right? Like one of the two of the best things that have ever been created in the world, that have ever come out, and potentially two of the worst things, are the music industry and the movie industry in the U.S. Right? The ability to push those boundaries and get to that level has driven it far beyond anywhere else. But like you said, a lot of times artists get taken advantage of, and collectors get taken advantage of. So here's our little Fudbuster thing. We're all collectors. I wasn't able to play the game very much because I need to sleep. I'm over here in Japan.
All right.
So I burned a few, and that was fun. But I don't have any say in this. I don't have any say in how this is organized or operated. But we noticed a few things that happened today, and I think what I would like to see is kind of what I was hinting at on the last stream. And I didn't even know about the fact that people could do interesting things with this if they were smart enough to figure it out. It'd be really cool if when that track ended, that's when the burn happened. So you actually
that would be cool, like an automatic burn.
Whole the track. And what you could do, you could do some really interesting things on the other side of this as well. You could actually cap it at a certain number. So that would in a way be like a limited licensing. So let's say you capped it at 100. You capped every single NFT at 100, so it could play 100 times. And when that 100 is up, you can no longer play it, right? There's some really interesting dynamics at play that I think are going to play out in the future, that are actually going to mean that the middlemen can do some profit, but it's not going to be dominated by them, right? So I am not still going. I'm on here again. I am. We were going to have a Nathan and Sebastien show with Nifty, but I mean, if you want to jump on, you're more than welcome, because we love you. Just hit me up in DM. But yeah, let's do a little bit more. I'm curious, because we never got to ask this question. So you were involved a little bit in the 3D rendering of Spliffee.
Yeah, they wanted to kind of go AR, because Sebastian's actually really into AR and VR. He's a really big fan of that, and he's also worked in it for a while. He has some really amazing glasses that he's shown me, and he has some really cool stuff. And that's actually how we started talking about Moors, because I had an AR project and he was interested in it. And so the very first ones, I helped him get the first AR pieces onto it. And then they graduated and started doing them themselves now. So they figured out some 3D stuff as well. It's definitely a constructive kind of situation, because it's more figuring out how to make 3D materials work in that situation.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, those like little models. So
yeah,
again, I'm gonna say this again because it's still in the Telegram channels. The multiple burns thing was something that we didn't foresee happening. Right, you can't just change a drop midway through. So that's kind of a thing. And I'm sure there'll be a statement on some of the other things that are coming out. There's already been an internal one, and I kind of know what happened there. But yeah, just know that we. There you are. He's just like, I'm out of here, man. I can't deal. I can't deal with your shit.
Get it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But so like we didn't know about this, and we're breaking boundaries with new ideas, and sometimes we forget to foresee things. So if you're watching this back later, because there's only 3 of you now, but yeah, that's fun. So Wax-A-POOLOZA, we're kicking that off really soon. When does that start?
That starts tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. It's free for everybody. Just come check it out at some point. It is VR, so there's a limited amount of people that can go into each room at a time. I think it's about like 20, 24 at a time. And then you also could be able to see the stream here on YouTube, and as well as inside the space. And so definitely go check it out, because it's pretty cool. You got all these different artists. We have 39 artists total. When you're in there, you can just click on the images, takes you right to their collections. You can buy stuff from them at that point. There are a lot of promotional NFTs out there right now. I have one coming out tomorrow as well at 12 noon. It's like a circus pack. And Marcus, NFT, who helped us do the flyer, he actually just minted the flyer, which is going to turn into, talking about blends, a blendable NFT, because now Nifty Blocks, who you're also going to have on, I believe, has a new blenderizer. It's like a super blenderizer, and allows cross collection blends. And that was something that a lot of us were wanting. And so that NFT, that flyer NFT, will become a blendable part of other NFTs from artists on Wax-A-POOLOZA. So if, for instance, my clown card in my pack, you're going to be able to blend that with one of these flyer ones, and be able to get another secret circus extravaganza mythic card. So that's how we're going to kind of use the blends with that. And it's only I think 1.5 wax, which is very cheap. So guys, go get your flyers. They're only going to sell until Monday, I believe. I think he put a stop date on Monday, so you have until Monday to pick up those blendable flyers. Oh wait, I lost your mic here. Wait,
No, that's my end. Sorry, I was muted.
I was like, oh my, I lost you.
If you have that link, drop it in the private chat, and I'll share it out with
with
the community who's here.
Yeah, let me find it.
Roger, no, I don't have an official statement on YoshiDrops. I think Sebastien was going to go over that. And I like, seriously, like, I have to do like 8 hours of catch up, because the sandwich is delicious, but it tastes much better with ketchup. I hate ketchup, by the way. But yeah, I'm in. For those of you that don't know, I'm in Japan. I'm in Asia. I slept through most of what happened yesterday because I got off the stream with Nifty. I had a meeting with one of our other projects, and then I went to sleep. I'm kind of semi on vacation. No, some of you might like, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to balance this with like sitting inside and working because it's ridiculously hot. And
how hot is it over there?
Well, it's cooler than mainland Japan, actually. So I'm on a southern island, but the ocean breeze is nice.
Nice.
But it was good. I had a really good time on the stream yesterday.
Right.
I pretended not to be able to read the sign in Japanese that says no swimming after dusk. And it was quite nice because I actually got to go into the pool without my swimsuit, which meant that I didn't have to get all wet and sticky. And yeah, but get that image out of your head.
Jimmy.
Oh, that's good. I like it. All right, I'll drop this in here. I'm excited for... I mean, if you're tuning in, yeah, you guys all know. You know what Jimmy's about. Right. There we go. All right, so we'll drop this. Get your official Wax-A-POOLOZA NFT flyer by Marcus NFT. Only 1.5 wax. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit annoyed. I'll tell you, like I didn't understand a couple things. I'm okay with it, but I didn't understand a couple things, and I thought I needed more wax than I actually did, so I transferred a bunch of BTC over yesterday, and
Gotcha.
that BTC price went up, so that's always fun.
It's always a good feeling. You're like, ah, shit.
I'm excited for our preview. I'm gonna show you a couple. I'm gonna show a couple videos just because I think this is gonna be fun.
Cool.
Oops, not wrong one. This is what we do over in WAX-A-POOLOZA land. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I just think that what we're doing in this space of gaming and communities, and there'd be a few people who are upset, but for the most part, I think where we're headed is awesome.
No, I love the. Oh wow, this is a good video. I remember this one. So cool. Where is this unicorn? Is this in Genesis?
Yeah, this is in Genesis. No, not Genesis. Sorry, Old World.
Old World. Okay, I haven't been in Old World. I got to go check out Old World. This was the very first one, then, right? The Old World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. The dome's crazy. That must have taken so long. Oh my god. I got to get back in there and start building again, man. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. I've been doing all this WAX-A-POOLOZA stuff.
The old world is crumbling down. It's all just ones and zeros.
Cool.
The old world's down, down, down. We're coming to your town. I'm going down. We are the uplifters. Oh, then we're coming to your town.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, Corey did a really good job on that.
Now, all these are really good, man. All of them you sent to me were really good. I think this will be a good way to kind of show off what you guys are doing over there for sure.
Yeah, so I wanted to showcase what we're doing and what the Uplift world is in the community. There's some YoshiDrops stuff in there as well.
Nice.
A little bit of Legend stuff. It's a little bit dated. It happened last week.
In this world, it's like oh, that was so long ago, last week.
Call out to the community out there. If you're an Uplift world builder, and you are making videos, I want to see them. Tag me, because I'm in charge of doing the blog, and there's some really talented people out there that have been putting together content to showcase your stuff, and I really think that for me is what it's all about. Being able for other people to be able to see your work. I'll show one more maybe because we have time.
Yeah.
And I'm not good enough to make these types of videos. That's not what I do. But,
we're going to get you there, Jimmy. Jimmy's going to become a master editor by next season, by fourth quarter. Watch out for Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm trying actually. I'm okay. There's three here. I'm gonna pick this one just because I'm a big fan of the editor, and it's actually the second. Well, not the shortest, the second shortest. But yeah, I really like the way that this is done.
Oh, that's really nice. Where's this build? Is this in Genesis or is this in Old World?
Yeah, I believe this one is in Genesis. It's not in the Old World.
That's cool.
And
I like
this
the
actually,
hanging
I
garden.
believe, was a contracted build.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a story behind it too.
It's really amazingly done. Jeez. It's like the details insane. Oh my god! And he has the
Right.
car. He has the oh shit! Wow! Holy
Like this is
mackerel!
some serious good video footage, right?
Yeah,
Like,
this is insane.
really good.
Wow! I got to get some new shaders, man. I don't have these shaders yet, and I need that look. That look is insane.
Right? It's so good.
Yeah, it
I'm
really
a big
is.
fan.
Oh, it's really clean.
And again, like this isn't something that was put together by our team. This is
Whoa.
something that was put together independently.
Insane. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, check that out. That's insane. Wow. God, this must have taken forever. God, man, look at that. Was this like a team of people working on this, or just one guy did this?
I'm not sure. There's a team involved, but I don't know about this specific build. So
Wow.
this is this is
that was
something
insane. Wow.
coming from the Mellow Builder. You might know the Mellow Builder as he was on Shallow. Sorry, he was on Shallow Dive with Love.
Oh, I think I
guess
did see some of
two
his
weeks
stuff.
ago, and that's
think I
part of
might
the MYTG group. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, that's super.
Yeah, that's
super
insane
cool.
stuff, man. He's not playing around, man. That's some serious architecture in the metaverse right there. That's crazy. That's
Right,
really
yeah.
cool.
And yeah, so definitely tune in. We've got a few other music videos and like promo videos that maybe some of you have seen, but if you haven't, there's some really cool stuff happening. And hit me up if you want a showcase of some of the things that you guys are doing, some of the builds that you guys are doing, or figuring out ways. What's you dropped another link in here?
That's for my pack. That's for the NiftyBC Circus pack, and so it's a pack. You get 5 cards. There's 5 different ones at different rarities, and like I said, the clown card in that will become a blendable one. That's the common card. You can blend that with Marcus's flyer to end up with another circus card that I'm actually making over the weekend. I think it'll be the Lion Tamer. Will be the card you can get, and it'll be a decked out one. It'll be really nice.
Oh, very cool.
And then also other artists on WAX-A-POOLOZA. If you didn't hear yet about that, if you're an artist in WAX-A-POOLOZA and you have a promo NFT, or in the future you want to make a promo NFT, maybe for the next event, we're planning one in Halloween Oktoberfest time. There it is right there. You can see that's a strongman. If you click into the strongman right there on the right, that right image
here,
yeah, that'll bring up all 5 cards that they can see what cards are going to be in there. So you have the ringleader, the clown, the strongman, the bearded lady, and the Siamese twin. The Siamese twin is the epic one, and the ringleader is the legendary. Clown is common, and the strongman is uncommon, and the bearded lady is super rare, I believe. So anyway, so those are the cards, and those you can blend with Marcus's flyer for the, like I said, the clown one, and you'll be able to get the other one, which will be, I think the Lion Tamer is the one I'm going to go with, and I'll probably come up with another one that they can blend as well. And then speaking of the Halloween one, we're going to probably do a real Halloween theme one. I want everyone to kind of make, all the artists to make some sort of promo flyer that you could then blend maybe with this flyer. So definitely pick up those flyers from Marcus. They're only well, mine is 55 wax. If you bring up Marcus's is I think 1.5 wax if I remember correctly. So there's no reason not to go get one. Just go pick up a bunch of them, and they'll be blendable with other things in the future.
Yeah, yours aren't quite. They're not quite live yet, right? So.
No, they'll happen right at the beginning of the event tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, and you can pick them up then.
Yeah, so 19 hours.
Yeah, and there's only 100 of them, so it's a rare release kind of thing. There's not a ton of them, so hopefully you can get one.
Very cool. Yeah, 19 hours. That's I should be awake. I might have to set my alarm and get up. God damn it. I like it. This one
Yeah,
as
that's the
well.
flyer. Yeah, that's
About 3 hours until this goes.
Yeah, so
live.
it's it's 28 cents USD, guys. There's no reason pick up a ton of these. As many, I don't know how many he's minting. He might have made it infinite. So just grab as many as you can because we'll be using those for blendables later on, and I'm looking forward to see what other people come up with for blends. So it'll be cool, you know.
Yeah, these blends I'm super excited about. What's happening with NiftyBox. So I know like
Yeah, I mean, what they're doing is smart. I mean, we've been wanting something like that where we can cross collaborate, and it's kind of hard doing it through the wallets where like it will split the collaboration. You know, we normally are just doing that, you know, sending money back and forth through each other. But with this, it gives us the option of basically we each can make an NFT that, you know, it sells however it sells, and then, you know, you just collaborate on the blend, you know, in the end, and split it there. And it gives a good way for people to buy in on two different collections and start to learn about those collections and building off of them, hopefully, so that they do better on the secondary as well. You know.
Yeah, I play this kind of game, this Spliffy game myself, actually. And I've got a 3-track plan for how I play these things. Because as many of you know, we do something a little bit unique over on the Lgnd Uplift Yoshi side. Which is actually the cause of a lot of the fun that comes out, to be honest, because we don't actually gift ourselves anything.
Right.
So everything that I have in my wallet that is Yoshi or Uplift related, I think I've purchased it all myself. So anything that like Corey and I give away on this channel, these are actually coming out. Like 99% of it comes out of our own pockets, right? These are things that we've Corey's much better than me. So things that, you know, we've made or we've staked or these types of things. That's just the way that we decided to do it. And it's fun because, like, you know, people like Sean, he throws shade, but like the community over at Crypto Finny, like they get it, they understand. Because you know, a lot of projects do gift out their NFTs, and I'm not throwing shade at those projects. I'm just saying this is what we decided to do from our internal thing. So my thing, track one, is to try to save some money and then go through the process of buying BTC fast enough to get wax, so that I'm not upset because the price moved. Because I don't want to spend my BTC or my wax, really.
I know I want to hodl that stuff as well, man. I'm the same way, man. I try to stay away from that. Like, what other coins can I use? I'm waiting for Doge to come up a little bit so I can start using that somewhere. You know, like,
yeah. I like some of them. It's like I burned through some of them, and it's like I should replace them, but I never do. And then, like, you know, track two is like, okay, now I've got some wax in my account, and it's like, how do I not freaking spend it all? Right, like,
it's hard.
How do I not? Right, like one of our things that in our team, you know, meetings and collaborations. One of the things that like Corey and MBlue are especially good at thinking about this, but they've got the rest of the team thinking about it now as well. It's like we want to create something that we want to whale in on. Right.
Like sure.
And so that's phase two. And then phase number three is just like, you know, after all the wax like starts getting spent, because like there's a phase where I'm not spending any. I'm like doing research. And then like after like the research, it's just like I realize that I have no wax left again, because that's like track three. I spend it all in like a day and 24 hours. So.
I know. I had a one drop. I don't know, when was it? Like last month sometime. And I swear to God, I think I spent everything I got because there were so many other good drops that weekend. And I was like, oh shit. And I got in on some auctions I probably shouldn't have. And I spent a little bit too much. And I was like, damn it, I should have kept that wax, you know. But oh well. You know, that's the ups and downs of the game, you know.
Right. Morton wine. Morton wine. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder, are you drinking wine, by the way, Nifty?
No, this is cranberry juice. I was parched. It's a little hot out here, so I was like, "Hey, let me get a little cranberry juice."
Yeah, fair enough. Morton wine.
Should have been wine though.
Yeah, right. I mean, if I know you, Morton Wine, thanks for joining us again. But if I don't, that there's two Mortons, so that's interesting. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna wrap it up an
right.
early one today because nobody's in here with questions. Everyone's in the Telegram channel, even though I posted the link over there. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I
we
just want
kind
to, I want to give a shout out to Seb and those guys. I've known these guys for a while now since I've been in the game. These guys are awesome. They're an awesome team. They have the best intentions, guys. So something that goes along with crypto, especially this month for some reason, is a lot of FUD. Watch out on the FUD, guys. Like we're all trying new things and we're trying to make things happen. And Seb did a fucking awesome job coming up with this. And it's a cool drop. I think you guys just got to kind of realize that it was meant to have some fun with a free drop, and I think that got a little lost, from what I saw, and I think that's I don't know. I think they're fucking rocking it. So Seb, much love to you, man, and same to you. Love is the answer. You guys are doing awesome, man. Don't let the FUD get anybody down, man, and play those tracks, man, because Yoshi, that's the other thing. Listen to the music too, guys. This isn't just about getting to 777 either. Like first of all, Wampa Stampa is an amazing 3D artist that did some amazing 3D art on this. And I think we lost that a little bit. And I don't want that to be lost at all. So this is a shout out to Wampa Stampa. Man, keep on doing it, man, because you came up with Dutchy, you came up with Spliffee now. And these are really cool objects. And these are AR enabled, just like the Morbs are. And you can have some fun with that as well. Two, Yoshi is nonstop. This guy's a monster. He's just nonstop making amazing beats and sounds. And there's some 3 amazing tracks. And that 4th one I haven't heard because it's the Holy Grail, but I would love to hear it. So I want to know what it sounds like, but maybe someone can send me a link later on because I want to hear it and stuff. So shout out to the whole team. I think you guys are rocking it, man. And all these kinks and stuff will work itself out, I think, down the road.
Yeah, and I agree. And it's funny when I read through this FUD because I'm not the best at dealing with it, but I just want to go in there and start banning people, and I never ban people. But like it's just ridiculous to me because it's like there's things going on in that channel that like okay, I'm telling you guys honestly, like I am in a way on the baselines of 90% of this stuff, and I don't know what's happening until it happens. Right, like we are keeping it pretty much that closely guarded, even internally, right, for the most part. Now, of course, there's slip ups, of course, there's leaks, of course, people do make mistakes, but like it's just ridiculous to me because the space might be ahead of its time, and this is what I've kind of learned is. I like to try to find a middle ground and meet people all the way.
Yeah,
but it's not going to happen because, we gave people a chance to come and, ask questions here, but nobody showed up. Right. And they would just rather stew in their own negativity other than the Telegram. And this is what makes me smile and what makes me laugh is like people are complaining because, they're upset because they feel like they've been taken advantage of. Now, in what other industry would you keep coming back for more if you honestly believed that? Would you keep going into the same store if you honestly believe that? No, you wouldn't. So like if it's that big of a problem, we're not trying to be assholes. We love having every single person here.
Yeah.
How dare you say that? How dare you drive away customers? That's not right. Well, none of this is right? 99% of you guys are awesome. 99% of you played the game. 99% of you are being constructive and you're coming in here. And there's always problems. But that's what happens when you're creating new things, when you're creating new systems. You're gonna miss stuff. Like
100%.
if we were perfect, we wouldn't need to create shit because we would just, if we were in it for the money, if we were in it for all of this other stuff, which a lot of us aren't, don't invest in shit you don't understand. 100%. I don't understand this shit. Like I screwed up last night and I'm part of the team. Right, like it's like I had to stay up an extra hour, like just to wrap my head around like
Right.
what I need to do, and because I know it's not going to happen in the morning,
Right.
because I know that I need to sleep, right? So yeah, it's all out there. Morton's got a point. It's all out there. When Upliftium will be monetized? Well, here's the thing. I mean, Upliftium, we're how do I put this gently? Um, Monetization of something happens naturally and organically in the free market, right?
Yeah.
Like we aren't going to be putting these things on probably Alcor ourselves. We might in the future, but it's not our job to do that, right? And I mean, it could be our job, but we're again gonna get myself into trouble here. We're not communists. I mean, I kind of am in a way, but 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 like but like yeah, this whole idea of self monetization and putting things out there, like we're in the business, I like to say, of creating tools that people can use, and it was always intended as an in-game internal token, and if you guys want to take that and you want to do something with it, it's blockchain, and that's the beauty of it, right?
Right.
So what will we be able to spend Yoshis on that we got today? That's another really good question. So the Yoshi bucks that you got today, this will be another kind of internally based token, even though it's called a buck. And this will entitle people for in-platform services, right? So once this music starts rolling out, like it's not a direct comparison, but like think like your Spotify's of the world or things like this, right? Where you have this music platform that people and members are getting paid directly instead of always having to go through the industry standard. Just like what Nifty said back at the beginning of the stream, as a creator, as a person who's pushing boundaries, and you're getting pennies for something that not very many people in the world know how to do. This always strikes me as very bizarre, right?
Yeah.
Like, people in the West annoy the hell out of me. My students, and I live in Asia, by the way, but my students are Westernized, and it annoys the hell out of me because like they get frustrated about things, and I'm at a school that's like maybe 1% of all schools in Japan. All of our students have iPads, and they're complaining about things when most of those iPads are made by Chinese people who can't afford to buy one, right? Like this is the industry standard to me in general. So I think what we're trying to do here at YoshiDrops and at the Uplift World is we're trying to, and I'm sure you guys over at Morbs as well, but we're trying to find a balance between creators and collectors. And we're trying to reward everyone and not take advantage of anyone equally.
Yes. Which is a hard juggle, man. It's a hard juggle, because there's a lot of egos and opinions that happen that make it hard, but you juggle it through, that's just how it is, and that's the other thing too, is that the space is so, we talk about this a few times I've been on, is just how fast it moves. So it's like, I think people don't realize that, in the real world that, even just small projects take months sometimes to get done, and so for something to be happening like on a daily, like every day, it's like, oh my God, there's like a whole new Avatar project that has 10,000 characters and it's sold out and has a 2,000 floor. You're like, what is going on? Like, this is just insanity, So same thing. I think as you guys are developing this, it just needs a little time, to build up. I mean, I'm stoked on the elliptium that I got, like the miners are working great for me, and soon as there's use case, which I'm assuming there will be great, and you're doing these crystallized NFTs now too, aren't you? Isn't that something?
Well, and the melting function is out as well, so we can crystallize them in NFTs and we can melt them in NFTs. And there's some other parts that I'm not at liberty to talk about. Some really interesting things going on in the background that will enable people to do some really interesting things. But that's really all I'm allowed to say right now.
Right.
But just like collaboratively speaking, things that are coming, I think, in the next 6 months down the road from us and from other projects is going to be really interesting, because there's going to be ways for you to potentially. One of my favorite people in the space is Nick. You might know him as NKCSS. That guy is amazing. He's a genius. He went into our planet and he created all of these tools for people to be able to not have to press buttons. And it was a machine that ran and figured out, how you could mine the next element over in our planet. And that's kind of brilliant in a way. Now you go over there and it's almost impossible to do it without connecting to the machine, and the prices have gone through the roof. But you need to be able to reward early investors, and at the same time you need to understand that, like, it annoys me because I just get to this point where I don't even want to pay attention to what's going on, and like, it's like we're pretty much screwed no matter what we do, because if we gifted ourselves the product and then we gave that out, the community would be pissed because we're diluting the things that they bought by giving things out, right? And so now we buy things and it's like, oh no, you guys are just hyping it and then buying it. But it's funny, like, look at our wallets, like, we're not fudders because the majority of us don't sell. I freaking bought some uplifting miners this morning, right? Like, I got some wax on my account. The first thing I possibly could do, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go buy some uplifting miners because, like, I wanna increase it, right? So let the fudders be fudders. Thank you for everyone who joined here and watched us back later. We got some interesting things. About 18 hours now. Make sure you head on over and check out the WAX-A-POOLOZA event.
For sure.
Keep burning those spliffies down. Probably in September, NiftyBC and I have an idea that we're going to play with for maybe another occasional show, which is going to be really fun.
I think it'll be fun.
So thanks for all you guys do. One more time, Morton has questions, so let's verify that.
It starts at 12 noon Pacific Standard, Morton. So that's 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, and it goes to about 7 o'clock at night. It's mainly the stream, and then you guys can just walk around the space. And actually, you can walk around the space anytime. Remember, it's open 24/7, guys. It will be up until we update it for the next event. And check out everyone's art. It'd be great to see that people use it more as a marketplace. Like kind of like an actual walkthrough kind of marketplace. They can just go check out the art a different way and buy it a different way. So we'll see what happens. It's a Genesis event,
Yeah, and if you want to learn a little bit more, go on over to the Uplifters channel. Yesterday's episode, NFT Game Day, we kind of did a WAX-A-POOLOZA exclusive with Nifty. So you can definitely have a little bit of a walkthrough on the stream and learn about all you guys over there at Morbs are doing, because it's super sweet. So yeah, we'll check in with all of you guys out there in the comments or watching this back later. Thanks as always. And you all have yourselves a wonderful Friday evening or early Saturday morning. I'm going to go and eat some breakfast.
All right, man. Enjoy that breakfast, man. All right. Take it easy, brother.